Now for a royal exclusive. The Queen's wax figure at Madame Tussauds is changed at least every 10 years, and the latest impression of Her Majesty will be unveiled this May to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee. Naga, explain more.
I will. Each creation takes up to 6 months to make, with the hair alone taking 6 weeks. Well, we can't wait that long here on Breakfast, of course we can't. We've got the sculptor and creator of the 2 most recent wax figures of the Queen at Madame Tussauds. Welcome, Steve. Just explain what this is, because I put my head next to it and I've got quite a small head, peanut head, but this is quite big. I can't imagine the Queen's head's this big.
No, this is 2% bigger. Wax shrinks in the process. So we have all the measurements, you know, very, very carefully taken, but then we have to blow everything up by 2%.
So because this is clay, this obviously isn't the wax model. How does the wax model come from this?
Well, what happens is that we get the clay, take all the hair off, so it's completely bald, and then you do little plaster lumps onto the head. So 2 lumps on the ears, and then gradually you build up with pieces of plaster.
How long does this take?
We can do this in a couple of days, the plaster part. The sculpting's normally about 5 weeks.
But the whole process, I mean, the Queen had to sit for you.
Oh yes, well the Queen, first of all, years ago, I think it was 1991, I had a sit-in with another sculptor in Buckingham Palace, and then we went to Windsor in 2001, and that's where we got all the sort of up-to-date measurements. And then after that, I worked on the clay for about 5 weeks, and then took the clay up to Balmoral and worked in the library there.
Was it nerve-wracking having the Queen sit there? Did she kind of say, "Oh, just make this bit look a bit better"?
The first time, before I went, I didn't think I would be nervous because, you know, you've done sit-ins with lots of people. I'd met Mrs. Thatcher and things like that, but it was really strange. As she walked in the room, my throat just caught, and I think it's because I remember her from when I was a little boy. I was we had a street party during her coronation, you know, all that sort of thing.
She's very good though, isn't she, at putting people at ease? I imagine she would have done that for you, wouldn't she?
Oh yeah, she's great. She seems to have sort of amazing patience, and it's just really, really nice. You know.
Now, when she did sit for you, it was in when? 1991?
1991 first, but for the last time, when I did the photo, was 2001.
So how have you managed, because she's aged, as we all naturally do, so how have you managed to age this model and for the wax model accurately?
Yeah, well, what we did is that we got lots of information. We were working with the palace and got lots of photographs. We're working also with the dressmaker and all, because we're using the Jubilee dress design for the main photographs, and so you try and get you know, a little. I was trying to show a little bit more in the body, I suppose, as well. So the way she stands is slightly different. It's a little bit warmer, the way she's leaning her head. The original one was sort of coming back, but this one is more relating to
almost
the people.
Reflecting the view of the monarchy now, actually, a more relaxed view.
And one thing is that what I've tried to do with the mouth, when I had the original sit-in, I was asking her to smile, but she showed her teeth a bit much, and I said, "Would you mind closing your mouth, Your Majesty?" And then
Brave man.
Then I said, "I bet not many people say that to you." And then, of course, she smiled even more at that stage. But what I remembered that, and what I've tried to do is give that sort of feeling of the mouth beginning to break. It always breaks at that same point first, you know, just to the left of the middle. And I was just beginning to open it, so I wanted to give a feeling of her about to smile and to smile more, so it's given that movement.
This detail is just so important. I'm sure everyone's going to really appreciate it. Well, it's being unveiled sometime in May, I understand.
Sometime in May. I'm not sure of the exact date.
OK, well, congratulations. It's marvellous, and it's amazing to be this close to something like that. I'm sure many people will be keen to see the new creation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.